Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from prettypapercards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and we are here today, Ellie and I, my little Yorkshire Terrier, my baby, we are here today to have fun and play with cards. We're going to do a card tutorial, we're going to make a card together, we're going to talk about card stuff, and it's a great summer afternoon to do that. I hope you're having a good week. It's the end of the month. I can't believe it's the end of June. I just can't believe it. I'm going to check my computer here, and I have my Facebook page pulled up. So yes, it looks like we're live today. Great. Because we have a lot of fun stuff to do today. So let me just peek over there. It looks like everything's going just right. I've got a great prize to give away today and a great prize for next week. So I want to make sure that you know that and you put the word prize in your comments, because that's the way you're going to get you'll get one of the prizes, because I do the random number generator. And so yes, the end of the month, I can't believe it. And for us, the end of the month means, the end of June means the end of a catalog. It means the end of our spring catalog. And the 1st of July is the beginning of our holiday and fall catalog. I can't even believe it. So one more day. Pam, good to see you. Tomorrow is our last day. Yes, hump day. Thank you for sharing. Tomorrow is our last day of the spring mini catalog, and I want to show you a couple of things. Marcia, good to see you. Good evening from Texas. Good to see you. I want to show you a couple things. I'm actually going to go ahead and put Ellie down. I do want to tell you that she had a nice little bath, and she has a fun pink bow on today. She got dressed up for you guys. But I have so much to tell you and show you that I just want to get going, because the last day of the spring mini is tomorrow. And there are still things for sale, actual sale. There's a lot of stuff retiring and it's available, but there are still things actually for sale. And two of them I want to show you. And they're both dies. One I've talked about before, and this is, hey Linda, good to see you today. Happy Wednesday. One I've talked about before, the Rain Boots dies. Okay, these dies are still available. They're under $20. I'm not remembering exactly. I want to say 14 or 15 or 13. Really great price. Tomorrow on my blog, I'm going to post cards made with my favorite items that are still available from the spring mini, and I'm going to be posting 1 or 2 cards using this set. It goes with the stamp set, which is also still available, but the dies are on sale. So if you don't have these dies, look at that adorable water can. These are 2 that I'm going to be keeping. And so, you know, I sell my retired stuff, and every so often I sell it in big mystery boxes. I did that a year or so ago. But these I love because of the rain boots and the water pot. And I have a water pot, an old water pot right outside my back door. And my husband and I use it all the time. It's just super cute. So I love this water pot. But the one I really want to focus on today that's still available is called the Sweethearts Dies. These were, you would think for Valentine's Day, which they were. You know, we use these a lot around Valentine's Day, and I'm pretty sure these are $14.40, which is like half price, I think, maybe more. But the one thing, if you say, okay, I've got plenty of hearts, I don't need any more hearts, the one thing I want to show you about this is this, this little die right here. It is a mini envelope die. Do some of you remember it? Hi, Allison, good to see you. I love the mini envelope, and I'm going to show you. I made a few today with the designer series paper that we're going to be using today. on our project, and they are so cute. I love these. Let me get them over to where you can see them. I love these mini envelopes, and they're just the 4 sides that fold down. You can see it from the die. Let me hold it back up. This one right here. So those 4 little sides fold down and create these adorable teeny mini envelopes. And the top of the envelope is, let's see, let me point to it. The smaller half circle is the top of the envelope. The rest tuck in. And you can see the top poking up right here. So I just don't want you to miss out on this if you want it. This is another set I'm going to be keeping because I love this mini envelope. You know, who knows when you're going to want to put a mini envelope on a card or in anything. So snatch these up if you want them. Tomorrow is the last day that you can get them, okay? They're called Sweethearts Dies, 16 dies, and I'm missing one. I don't even know what my 16th is. I counted them and I only had 16. So, eek. But get these dies. I'm going to be talking about these again on my blog tomorrow. If you subscribe to my blog, check out the things that are retiring. Okay, what else? New Catalog Friday. Yay! I love New Catalog Day. I really do. It's the July to December mini catalog. This is the cover. On my Friday Facebook Live, we'll open it because I can't open it to show you until Friday. And starting Friday, celebration, our second celebration of the year, where for minimum $50 order, you get a free gift. And I always like the celebration gifts, but this year I love them. Anthony, so good to see you. So Friday, okay, new catalog and celebration. Now, along with that, most of you know that I do paper shares, and I hope you get paper shares from me or from someone else. I mean, I hope you would get them from me, but if you get them from someone else that you're loyal to, that's great. But a paper share is a quarter of every single brand new paper in this mini catalog. And I'm telling you, they are gorgeous. And you'll get a quarter of each pack of paper. 148 6x6 sheets is what I'm doing. And it's only $50, and that includes your shipping. But I order it like the minute it goes live at midnight on the 1st of July. So I need to have you sign up and pay by tomorrow at like 6 or 8 p.m. Pacific time. So if you haven't signed up for my paper shares, email me, Peggy@prettypapercards.com, and I send you a sign-up link. And everything is taken care of through that sign-up link. You pay through that and everything. And I really want you to have these gorgeous papers. If you don't get it, you'll be sorry, because then you'll have to buy full packs to get them. But this way you get a little taste of everything. And they are gorgeous. So don't miss out on the paper shares. And then Roz, good to see you. So also I'm doing Christmas in July. I'm going to talk more about that starting in July. But that'll be my to-go cards, my to-go class for the month of July. And we're going to be using this stamp set and die set from the new catalog. Really, really nice. Okay, I think those are the announcements, and I'm ready to show you what we're going to work on today. Are you guys ready to see it? Okay, let me turn you down. And here we go. So today we're going to use the Awash in Beauty Designer Series paper. And it's a floral card. But if you're thinking, I've got so many flowers, I am going to give you some tips, not just for this stamp set, and designer series paper, but tips that you can use. And this is a design for a card that you can make with any floral stamp set that you have. So let's get started. So the stamp set we're using and the die set, it's a bundle, and we're going to use the designer series paper, is True Beauty. And it's one of those watercolor looks. So if you have some of the others, like another one that's retiring, I can't remember the name. but there's one retiring tomorrow that was another one that was similar that I really loved. Thanks, Allison. I'm sorry, I have everything about today on the tip of my tongue. I get it all ready to go, so. And these are the dies that go with it. And what I want to show you today is that the designer series paper is cut by the dies. You know how Stampin' Up! Has been doing that? Well, these are not stamped. They're cut from the designer series paper. And I'm going to show you. Colleen, good to see you. And I'm going to show you how to do that and how fabulous it is. So that's what we're going to do. We're using True Beauty and Organic Beauty. Now, one other thing I want to show you about the Organic Beauty dies. Not only do they cut out the stamped images, they cut out the designer series paper, but it is a beautiful die set because it also has this die. I almost forgot about it. It comes, there's so many dies, I had to put them on 2 of my magnetic cards that I use. Denise, good to see you. So this is another die in the Organic Beauty set, and I've been using this a lot. My Faith Creations class that I just finished for the month of June, we use this beautiful die. It is gorgeous. So all of these are part of the Organic Beauty dies, and they go with the True Beauty stamp set. Now on my blog today, I featured another card from this, using this stamp set. This I did stamping, and you might have seen it today on my card and or here on my Pretty Paper Cards Facebook page. And what I did is I stamped all of these images, then I stamped this one a second time and cut it out and lifted it up on dimensionals so that it really gives more dimension. And the sentiment is heat embossed in white embossing powder. And then here's the envelope. So that was today's card on my blog. But I just can't stop using this set. It's so gorgeous. And that's why I wanted to show you more about the set, because you can do more than just stamp and die cut. So let's take a look at the gorgeous, let me fix my camera a little bit. That's just a little bit crooked. The gorgeous Awash in Beauty paper, the designer series paper. And I know some people just get the designer series papers. And this is a case where you kind of could just get the designer series paper. You really could, and get a good feel for the whole set. And especially because the dies cut out the paper. Now, I haven't tried this piece. This is one of those neat pieces that you can cut in half and then you have a background for a card. I haven't done that, and I haven't tried, I think a die would cut that out. I'll show you what sheet the dies can be used on. And this is the back of that one. It's a real pretty triple lined check. Very pretty. We're going to use this today. The back of that one is this gorgeous one. Then there's this pattern that has the flowers all together in a bouquet. The back of that is very bright. And then we have this pattern, and the back of that, we're going to use this also today. And then here is the sheet. I kept this one in a full 12 by 12 for you. This is the sheet that can be cut out by the dies in the die set. And that's what we're going to do today. And I want to show you, so you can see this flower I cut, this rose, I cut this, and this light blue kind of floral stem. The leaves, these leaves can be cut out. Isn't that just so neat? Even these little tiny flowers, I didn't use one on here, but even these little tiny ones have dies. In fact, they give you 2 of those dies in the set. Now there's a stamp for this also, but look at that. You could cut a bunch of these little guys out. They're so cute, and stamp the stem or this stem and then just glue these little tiny flowers right on top. Isn't that great? And the back of this piece is this plain, it looks like Blushing Bride. I'm going to have a little drink. It's dry here. And plus, it gives me an occasion. I wanted to tell you, I'm using my beautiful Stampin' Up! Tumbler again, and I wanted to recommend something to you. Okay, just took my drink. I have been lately drinking a Pellegrino that I wanted to tell you about. It's so good. It's blood orange and black raspberry sparkling water, no sugar, so delicious. I've been drinking it all day. Maybe I've been drinking too much of it. Okay, let's get started with our card. So we are going to start out. Let me get out my, I keep a little envelope with everything I need right in it. Do you ever do that? I just use an envelope and tuck everything I need right into my envelope. So let's start out with our card base. And this is 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Today I'm using, as I generally do very many times, I use the basic white cardstock. And then we're just going to use our bone folder to make sure that crease is nice and strong. So we're going to go ahead and put on this piece. I think this is a beautiful, beautiful piece. In fact, I was going to look up to see the colors. This stamp set, the paper and everything, of course the tumbler is in pink, Anthony. Did you get a tumbler? Anthony is a demonstrator in England, in London. And I would love to know what color. Are the tumblers available over there, Anthony? Let me know if they are, and if you got one, what color. They're not very expensive. They're under $20 in the US here. And I love mine. I use it almost every day. I really love it. So I'm going to look up this designer series paper, the Awash in Beauty. And this is the catalog because it's the annual that I can show you. Awash in Beauty. And let's look at the colors that go with it. Balmy blue, and it says right here, some of these images coordinate. Let me get it over to where you can see it. Some of these images coordinate with the Organic Beauty dyes. Balmy blue, blushing bride, calypso coral, granny apple green, Mary Merlot, mossy meadow, and polished pink, and so saffron. So you know if you use those colors that you are going to have a wonderful coordinated card. So this is the balmy blue sheet, and I have cut this. I'm cutting my sheets down. I'm leaving a larger margin, so I'm cutting them down a little bit. And this is 3 3/4 inches by 5. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on the front of my card. And we're just going to have a fun design today that you could use even for holiday cards or anything. Your tumbler's on the wish list. Okay, what color though, Anthony? That's what I want to know. What color? Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and put this piece on. This piece is 3.5 by 3 inches, and we're going to put this on. We're going to use a lot of Stampin' Dimensionals today because that's what makes the card really pretty. Is when you. It is, isn't it, Roz? It is beautiful designer series paper, just amazing. I think that's one of Stampin' Up's strongest points, is their designer series paper. So we're going to lift this up with the dimensionals, because then everything else we build on it is going to look so good, because it's lifted up off of the paper. It doesn't look flat. It looks really pretty when we do that. And so we're going to put this right in the center. Try to get it in the center, and then we're going to build on top of that. Okay, that is our card, really the base, not only the card base, but what we're going to create on top. We're going to create everything else on that. So now I want to show you one thing I'm using here that I didn't mention in the beginning. Is something I love that came out in our annual catalog, and it is the Fabulous Frames dies. And I love these dies, and we're going to cut a white frame out of one of these dies. And the one I'm liking so far, the one I like the best, is this one right here. And the reason I like it so much is because of this scrolly part here. Oh, Anthony, Starry Sky, yes. Yes. Oh, the product number for the tumblers. You know, I went on on Stampin'Up.com, the customer-facing website today, just a while ago, Marcia, and the tumblers were right on the front. They kind of popped up, I think, in one of those things that goes around. They were there somewhere, right on the front page. I don't have it offhand, but you know what? I will put it in, I'll respond to you later, okay? So we're going to use this die because I love it, and it has these embossed pieces. So I'm going to tuck this in. By the way, I want to say again, because I said it at the beginning, I have a great prize to give away today and a great prize for next week. So hang around till the end. Let me get this going here. Okay. Okay, here we go. I've got it going. I just didn't have the right angle. Physics, you know. I never did like physics very much. And it seems like physics. A lot of things are about physics. So here is our little frame. And the one cool thing about this frame, I've mentioned this before, is that it comes out like this and you have a wonderful rectangle left underneath. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put the frame right on our card, and then we're going that will allow us to put all the flowers inside. There's just a little something in there. Maybe it was just a little spot on the paper. Okay, so again, I told you we're using a lot. Oh, Marcia, I'm so sorry you have strep throat. Oh, that's not good at all. Not good. Poor girl. So drink, and get some of this Pellegrino. You'll love it. Okay, so one little trick with this is I want to adhere these larger scallops onto this Mossy Meadow piece. And so this one is going to go right in the center there, but I don't want to angle it that far, so I'm going to put this dimensional on this side. I'm going to make sure to put it over on the right side and not in the center. Okay, and then we're going to get our frame right on there. And this makes such a nice, you could do it straight. You can definitely do it straight if you're more of a classic person that likes to do things straight. Absolutely. Reminds you of the cookie sheet we had last Christmas in the Memory and More cards. Yes, you're exactly right, Pam. You're exactly right. Okay, now we've got our frame, and we are ready to go ahead with our flowers. And I'm going to cut a few of them out with you to show you how it works, and a few I've already pre-die cut so that we don't have to worry about it and play around with that. So let's get our little mini machine out again. And here is a piece of that one sheet of the Designer Series paper that I cut out the flowers that I want to die cut. I want to die cut this and this flower. Now this little one we could die cut also, but for our purposes today we're just going to use these two. The rose, which is out of Calypso Coral, and with these what you do is you just kind of move them around until they fit. But it does fit. There you go. So we've got it fitting just perfect. And then this flower, it's, you know, you really never can tell exactly. I always try to guess and I don't get it quite right. That could be right though. And when it fits, you're ready to go. And then I just put this right on top, lay it down and hold tight, and we'll run this through here. Just like that. And I love it when the dies cut out the Designer Series paper, because look at how pretty that is. Then you get to put these individually on your card. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, now we can get started with our card. So we've got these two pieces. I pre-cut this stem Let me see what else I've got in here. Oh, I pre-cut a couple others. Oh, let me look here. Oh, there's one. It went down on the floor. Hold on just a minute. I think that might be it. No, I have a pink one too. Okay, there it is. I've got them all. It didn't work too much putting them in an envelope, did it? Because they all flew out when I took out the main pieces. So then all you do is arrange these in here. It's not even a big deal. Just arrange them however you want. I like mine to come up above the edges of the frame, which is why I say that I really prefer to put my frame on dimensionals and put these on dimensionals. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the bigger piece. This is one I pre-cut. It's the larger flower in the Blushing Bride, and I'm going to have this hanging over just a little bit, kind of like that. So once you get one in, then you just start sliding them in. I want to have this coming up over the edge, this little stem, and this guy, really they don't need a lot. It just needs, I'm just putting one dimensional right down there, and then you just slide this under. So this is a principle or a technique that you can use with any card set, any stamp and die set, and any stamp set. And designer series paper or anything you've cut out, you can use this technique of using a little frame, and you don't have to have these dies. I mean, they are fabulous. You could use the rectangle dies to create a frame, and it works beautifully as long as if you like to do it this way where it hangs over a little bit, you just put your dimensionals underneath, and there you go. So now for this, once it starts getting like this, I am going to put a little glue so that it adheres over top of my flower here. Okay, just a tiny bit of glue to have it adhere that way. And then this pretty one, we're just going to have come down like this. Let's see, I want to leave room for my leaves. And I'm not even going to use dimensionals on this one. Thanks, Tina. How are you? Good to see you. For this one, I'm just going to put some glue in there and just adhere it right like that. Okay? Because it's going to be on top of everything that already has dimensionals. And then I'm going to tuck my leaves right under there. I am going to put one dimensional right underneath here. You get the hang of it once you start working with it. I kind of designed this. I set it all out and played with it a little bit before I came on, so that I knew what I was going to be doing with you guys. So that's a good way to do it, is just start playing with your pieces to see how they work. Now what we're going to do is put on our sentiment. We're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment. And the sentiment I'm using, because I want a thin sentiment. And I love these sayings in the Sending Smiles stamp set. Look at all these great ones. The one I'm using today is Love and Big Hugs, but you could use birthday wishes, a note of thanks. I mean, it looks beautiful with the word sending, but you don't have to use it. So you've got these nice thin little sentiments. And I've already got my sentiment Love and Big Hugs mounted on my block, and I'm going to use Calypso Coral. Remember, we saw that is one of the colors in this designer series paper, and so we want to use the colors that match so we get a really nice color coordinated card. I've already cut out a 1/4 of an inch strip of basic white cardstock. Now I'm going to pull it back so I can look real close, okay? I'm just going to put that on there. It's real easy. It goes on very easily. Love and Big Hugs. And then it's going to slide right in. We're going to trim it off with our paper snips, just like this. I'll hold it up where you can see it. And let's test and see how we like it. And the one thing I noticed is that I wanted to have my sentiment, instead of being angled, which we could have it angled like that. But I don't know, for some reason I thought it looked a little bit better being straight with the bottom of the card. I don't know, tell me what you guys think. Oh, hey Marcia, the stamp set is True Beauty, and it's actually a bundle, and it comes with the organic beauty dyes. I'm combining several things, and you'll see it on my blog. It probably won't be for a few days because tomorrow I'll be posting things that are going to be retiring because tomorrow's the last day, but I'll have it on my blog pretty quick. Okay, so we're going to just put that right in there, and again, I'm going to use just a little bit, a few dots of glue to tuck that in, because that way I know it's going to be the same level as these items which already have dimensionals under them. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck this in just like that. Love and big hugs. And actually it's kind of neat, isn't it? It comes right out at the corner of the frame. Now another technique that I wanted to show you is something they're doing a lot lately. You liked it angled. Okay, well you can make yours angled, Marcia. That's part of the beauty of being a creator, is that you can create it any way you like, your little heart desires. Okay, so what I want to show you, this is something they're doing a lot lately, is tucking bows up underneath things. And so I am using today our basic white crinkled seam binding ribbon. I love this ribbon. It's easy to deal with, it's nice, it's a little bit on the shabby look, which I really love. And what we're going to do is we are just going to tuck this. This is what you do nowadays. They do this a lot. Oops, our sentiment's moving. It didn't get adhered quite right. I mean, it's in there. It just didn't dry. So we're going to pull this up and tuck it under there with a little mini glue dot. So I'm going to grab a little mini glue dot here with my scissors. And I'm going to put it up here on the back of the knot. That's all it's going to take to hold that ribbon, that little bow, is just put it on the back of the knot there. And let me see if I can do this. I'm going to pull that up, put my bow under, and then have my sentiment come back down. And it's still, I think that little guy needs more glue. He doesn't seem to be sticking in there, does he? We'll just put some more glue. And I guess we could have done the bow before we did the sentiment. I just didn't really know exactly where I wanted the bow until I did the sentiment. That's the whole thing. Okay, let's tuck this little guy back in there. There we go. And we'll pull our bow out. Just like that. And that's kind of a modern look. We're going to trim our little tails here. Whoops. I personally like this look, but I've given you enough instructions that if you want to make it completely different like Marcia and make it angled, make your sentiment angled, you could make your frame straight, but this is just a really fun card to make, I think, and I think it's really pretty, and I love using being able to die cut the flowers from the designer series paper. I think that's really fun. Okay, now we're going to put on some iridescent basic pearls. Let me get that little guy. Oh, he just keeps moving. Okay. And we just want to put 3. That one is just being a little pill. Let me get another one and see if we can get this one to work. Okay. These, I think, because there's a lot of white on our card today, I think the pearls are just a really nice look. They're just popping around. Okay, there's another one. And we always want to put 3. That's a good, you want to put odd numbers. It really makes a difference. Somebody says that. artists say it, and I'm not an artist, so I'll just go by what the artists say. So there's our card. Now we can put a little something something inside there, because we always like to put a little stamped something. So I'm going to put this little cute, the little flower that I was telling you about that we could die cut, the little tiny, tiny flower. And I'm using Calypso Coral here, ink. And there's that little abstract kind of flower. And we'll just put a couple of them on the outside of our envelope, because as card makers, we just need to give them a little preview of what's going to be inside. There we go. So there's our darling card, made from the Awash in Beauty Designer Series paper. Linda, you're with it. You want next week's prize. So that's the card today. And again, it was the Awash in Beauty Designer Series paper that is cut out by the Organic Beauty dies, and the True Beauty. You'll use the True Beauty stamp set if you want to get that to go along with it. We also use the Sending Smiles stamp set for the sentiment, and then we used our frames, fabulous frames, I think it is. But that'll all be on my blog in a day or two when I post that. Okay, I'm going to come back and we're going to do our prize. Okay, last week's prize was, hi Colleen, good for putting prize for next week. So last week's prize was these iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. They are neat. I love them. I thought of using them on today's card, but I thought the pearls showed up just a little better. So there were a lot of people that wanted these, and the person who won is a new person on our Facebook. Her name is Sandy Zeden, and I'm going to try to reach out to Sandy. I haven't seen her here today, but I will try to reach out to her. And Sandy, if you see this, I need your address. So email me at Peggy@prettypapercards.com with your address, and we'll get this to you. Congratulations, Sandy. These are really neat. Now the prize for next week, and Anthony probably already has these. These are Stampin' Blends, brand new in color. I'm looking to see what the name of the in color is. Yes, it's the one that Anthony liked, Starry Sky. At first I thought it might have been the Orchid Oasis because they're really close, but this is Starry Sky. Winning is fun, says Linda. It is fun to win, isn't it? And these are very neat. I love my in-color Stampin' Blends because you can color lots of things with it. So Starry Sky, it's a pack, a combo pack. It's a $9 value, not counting postage. So I'm going to have to alternate again with my handmade cards, giving you a pack of cards, because I've been getting some really good prizes here. So Starry Sky, Stampin' Blends. If you'd like this, put the word prize on YouTube and or on Facebook. And then next week, which will be this, looking at my calendar, the 6th. It'll be July 6th. I will announce the winner, and I draw right before we come on. So if you put the word prize anywhere in a comment on this Facebook Live or YouTube, I will catch it. And I just want to thank you so much for being with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the card, and come back Friday, the first day of the new holiday catalog. It's going to be fun. I'm going to show you some great projects, and we can open up that catalog. So have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you